Okay, so get this. We're going deep on something a little bit creepy today.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, you know those old Sega Genesis games?
Yeah.
Well, some of you might already know where this is going, but for everyone else, we're going to be looking at Sonic.exe today.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Right. And we actually have this short excerpt that seems to be comparing Sonic.exe to the original Sonic.
Hmm.
So I thought this would be a cool deep dive to kind of unpack what it's saying.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, so for people who maybe haven't gone down the creepypasta rabbit hole, what is Sonic.exe?
Right. So basically, it's this haunted or corrupted version of the Sonic game. And, there are all these disturbing elements to it. But the excerpt we have doesn't actually give that many details, which I think makes it even more interesting.
I know, right? It's the title itself is just Sonic.exe vs Sonic.
Exactly. And even that VS right there that already sets up this creepy vibe.
It does. It's like pitting the innocent original Sonic against this evil twin almost.
Right. It's like this classic creepypasta trope. You take something that's familiar and safe and then twist it into something scary.
Yeah, and like you said, they don't even really describe Sonic.exe that much in this excerpt, but it's still so unsettling.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think that's part of the power of creepypasta in general. It relies on suggestion.
Mm.
It leaves these gaps that your imagination just fills in with the worst possible things.
So true. So it's almost scarier because you're imagining the details yourself.
Exactly. And it becomes way more personal because it's like your own fears are kind of feeding into it.
It's so smart. It's like they give you just enough to freak you out and then let your imagination run wild.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because they actually use a lot of specific details that play on existing fears and anxieties, like hyper-realistic violence, psychological torment, even glitches and distortions that make it seem like reality is breaking down.
Yeah, and I think that ties into the whole nostalgia factor too. Sonic is such a beloved character from our childhood.
Right, and by making him this corrupted, terrifying figure, it's like they're subverting that innocence that we associate with him.
Yeah, it's like a betrayal almost.
Yeah.
It's like the monster under your bed, but it's something that you used to love.
Exactly, and I
Yeah.
think that makes the horror so much more effective.
It's making me think what other characters from my childhood could be turned into something creepy like this.
Oh man, that's a thought, isn't it? And that's the beauty of creepypasta. It makes you confront that darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of anything, even things that seem innocent.
I know it's kind of unsettling, but also fascinating at the same time.
It is, and honestly, I think everyone should explore the world of creepypasta a little bit. You might be surprised at what freaks you out and maybe what it says about you.
I totally agree. Thanks for diving deep with me on this one.
Yeah, of course. This was fun.
And for everyone listening, make sure to check out our next deep dive. And until then, happy haunting.